This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Oh, this has it all. This one. We talk about beach boxes, Christmas ham, another entry from Belle's diary. Anything else you guys wanted to add? before we jump into
My
it?
favourite was Christmas ham.
Christmas ham was good. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Bit of a dark horse, that.
Well, we put it early in the show. Obviously, podcast, it's just kind of all there.
Yep.
Whereas the actual on-air stuff, it went to air early. Belle, you can attest to this. I was saying it should have been later in the show. I was saying,
But then,
I was saying
who
like
knows?
7:30.
Maybe Lisa wouldn't have been listening then, and she was a
No,
great caller.
maybe, but then you might have got someone even better than Lisa. I don't know.
This is what we do every day.
It went well.
Hindsight, you know, you could sit here
It's a
and be like,
beautiful
what
thing.
if we did it that? What if we
No,
did?
but
That's
hindsight.
radio.
No,
There's no one answer.
No, but what you're saying is I'm saying this after the fact. I said it before the fact.
No, I know. But like, what if we did move it and then we went, oh, that went really shit at 8 o'clock or 7:30?
Well, that would be
we should have done
hindsight.
it earlier.
That would be hindsight.
Yeah, but it's
I
all
I
hindsight.
think we can all agree that the best part of the
Ham
show.
was very good.
Ham was very good, and the best part of the show was my little song. So anyway.
I do like your little
I would say the
songs.
best part was my diary, but that's just
Oh.
me.
Oh, off air, you were like, I don't think anyone likes it. Oh, is it even funny?
yeah, don't be all cool
I
now.
said it's
Don't feel
juicy
cool
enough.
now.
I was like, I'm scared it's juicy.
No one's gonna like me.
Whatever. I listened back to yesterday's diary reading and hated it, so I tried to improve.
Really? It was good. I liked yesterday.
Oh, thanks,
Don't
man.
beat yourself up, man.
Thanks.
All right, enjoy. As you well know, Ben and Belle, I got married over the break, went on my honeymoon with my wife, Sarah, and, you hear these stories sometimes when it's a honeymoon, you're going for the flight, and then they go, hey, there's actually a bit of space up the tent if you wanted to come up. We'll give you some champagne.
Okay.
I think it's a thing. Like, there was a couple of people that we spoke to, and they're like, "Oh, make sure you ask," because like we went to Japan and we said, "Hey, it's our honeymoon," and then they upgraded us.
Well, you don't need any. What proof do you have to give? Could you
Well,
just
you
say it's
don't.
your honeymoon?
I suppose you don't. It's just
Oh
like
my
whether
gosh.
they believe you. Yeah,
You have to look and give off newlywed energy.
Oh,
and
that's easy.
and we had that in droves, and over there I was I was thinking about it, and my heart was like beating because Sarah wanted me to ask, and I sort of chickened out because I was like, nah, it's too awkward. I'm not gonna ask. I did try and we were laying it on thick, like, oh yeah, off on the honeymoon, yeah. Our reception actually flooded out. It was really sad, and it did. But like, if only something could happen to cheer our spirits. But on the way home, I thought, no, you know what? Like, this is the honeymoon, once in a lifetime opportunity. Why not? Like, why not? So I plucked up the courage. We were in Colombo Airport in Sri Lanka, coming home. And when we were checking in, I said to the lady, I said, hey, this is a bit embarrassing, but it's a honeymoon, and I've heard other people, have had success with this. Is there any chance we could get an upgrade? And she said, no, sorry, sir. We don't do free upgrades. And how would you like to pay for your luggage, cash or card?
Aww.
And I was like, oh, sorry, like pay for my luggage, like international flight, like I'm,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was just, it's always just included in the flight.
Yeah.
And she said, no, sir, you're 10 kilos over on your luggage. It's $610.
What?
$610?
10 kilos?
I was like, how could this happen? Like, we didn't buy a single souvenir on the trip. And so I was asking, I was like, are you kidding? I was like, 600. Do you understand how much money that? Because it was like in the Sri Lankan money. And it was like, I did the calculations because it was like, tens of thousands. And you're like, oh, that's probably just like $30 or something.
Yeah.
No, it was 610 Australian
Oh my
dollars. And they said, like, no, because you were booked economy H on the way over, which is 30 kilos, but you're the lowest class. You're economy N, so you only get 25 kilos on the way back. And I was like, I didn't think there was a difference between economy. Isn't economy just economy?
Yeah.
And she was like, there's lots of differences. And I was like, what are the differences? Everyone gets the same food and you're all sitting in the same spot.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, the baggage for starters. And so we had to argue this thing. It was 57 USD for every kilo over.
Whoa.
And because we were away for a month, because we had to go back to Adelaide to get married, then we did the honeymoon, then we were back for Christmas, New Year, all that sort of stuff. We had 30 kilos each. So we were a full solid 10 kilos over. So... And I was just like, I couldn't fathom paying that much money, especially at the end of a trip after you've just paid for all these things.
And after asking for an upgrade.
Exactly. I was like, what a slap in the face. I thought we were going to get put in business class. She was like, no, and $610, please. So then we had to like get out of the line and just start throwing things. Because honestly, like if you do the math, like the weight of some of our clothes, like T-shirts from like Uniqlo and stuff, is
You
like...
didn't throw it out.
Yeah, well, it would be
cheaper
cheaper
to
to throw away some of our clothes
What a
than to
waste.
pay for...
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just pay the $610, you reckon?
It's just such a waste of clothes. putting them in the bin.
Oh my God, Belle. This is besides the point.
Yeah.
Besides the point.
That's crazy.
Horrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, it is horrible.
And
I would have
so-
liked to have taken my things back. We had like champagnes and like, sometimes they give you like a champagne or whatever. Like, cool, we'll take them home, we'll drink them at home, like on our
So you had to throw
anniversary.
them
Had
out?
to yeet all them, chuck them in the
At
bin.
least
Did you
drink
get it?
it.
Did you get it down the 10 kilos?
I was like trying to give out wine. Yeah, got it down.
Got it down,
Got
yeah.
it down. Yeah, don't you worry about that. But I was literally giving people wine, but like it's a bit
Okay.
weird giving people stuff in an airport.
Did they
Like,
take it?
yeah, some people did. But it's like you also say that, like, give your stuff away, but it's like you can't be like, here, hold this bag for me, sir,
Yeah.
just before you go through
Yeah.
customs.
I'm just saying, it's just such a waste.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Which airline? Can you say which airline you flew?
Yeah.
Who'd you
Sri
fly?
Lankan Airlines. Dog shit.
Liam.
Oh, I don't think they're responsible. They
It's your
are, mate.
fault.
They are. It's not
your
my fault.
fault.
It's not.
You
We
should
went
have
no.
read.
We went through a travel agent. Okay.
Well, then it's a travel agent.
Well, it is.
Who's
yeah.
the travel agent?
No.
Name's Christina. So you can see her. She's just in Richmond. And I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, no, very. She'll book you economy in. I didn't even know that was a thing. Obviously, and we were like, oh, cheap flights. That's good. Yeah, because you're cattle class, mate. You're basically you're in with the luggage. You're in the bottom of the plane.
That's crazy. Here's a question for you. Everyone will have an answer for this. It'll either be yes or no. When you think about your fridge and what's in there, have you still got some Christmas ham?
Oh, I wish I still had some Christmas ham.
Delicious ham.
It's
Well,
away.
you can't eat it
I
now.
was away for most of the time, so I didn't even have a big leg of ham this year.
Nothing better than getting a big leg of ham, putting it in a ham bag, get that ham bag nice and vinegary,
Yeah.
and then you put it in the fridge.
Isn't it fun? When you
And
just-
for weeks after
Yeah.
Christmas, you're just slicing off ham.
I love that. I
It
mean,
might be like a bit of a stinky bit. You cut that bit off. You might put that in the green waste, but then behind that is
What, you put
pink
vinegar
gold.
and it stays?
Yeah, because it helps preserve it.
Right.
there's nothing better than that time between Christmas and New Year, and it's just you're just delusional. You don't know what day it is.
Yeah.
You're drinking beer and eating ham.
Yeah.
You're waking up. You're exposing the handbag.
Yeah.
You're getting in there and
Yeah.
you're just grabbing out a
Yeah.
bit of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love having ham on tap.
Yeah.
You want some ham? There's some ham in that.
Some
fridge.
people have like ice makers in their fridge.
Yeah,
I'd love a little ham, just the ham.
Yeah.
just going all year round.
yeah.
I suppose there's nothing saying that you can't really. Like you could potentially buy. Does anyone do that? Does anyone just have ham like
Yeah.
all year round?
Why are we limiting ourselves to ham in late December, early Jan?
Because it's not good for you. And you can't you'll just be gross and fat if you're just eating ham all year round.
Well, if you have a healthy lifestyle, moderation.
All about balance? Yeah,
Yeah.
righto.
I'm wondering though, 13/24/10, have you still got ham in your fridge? Because we were chatting yesterday with a mate, and they got, I believe it was listeria,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
which is like a real bad bacteria, because their ham had gone bad.
Well, and they ate it.
Yeah, they're in hospital.
Yeah, they're in hospital, so they ate
Oh, okay.
they ate bad ham.
They'll be
Okay.
okay, but
But then I was wondering, like, how many people have still got ham in their fridge?
Yeah.
13/24/10. Give us a buzz. We've also got a poll up on our Instagram. You can jump on there and vote, and we'll get the exact numbers of how many Victorians have got ham in their
just
fridge
still in there.
and how many have run out of ham.
What are we? Jan 18. Like it's definitely the ham's getting pretty long
to a month.
long in the tooth now. That's for sure.
Kirsty joins us now in Mount Evelyn. Good morning. Have you still got some ham in your fridge?
Sadly, I do.
Wow.
We have good intentions, you don't want it to go to waste. And
Course.
I've got kids, but now, it's looking very crusty. It was just wrapped in a bit of foil. The foil's come undone because someone's peeked in it to see what was in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm warning the kids not to eat it, but we have not thrown it out.
Okay, it's just there.
Yeah.
It's being
And so
refrigerated.
you haven't gone for the handbag option. You've gone for the old school, I guess, probably like foil option.
I'm not that organised.
Yeah.
I don't have a handbag.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's so
dangerous.
good
mean,
to have.
If you can make the Christmas ham stretch till school goes back and you can put it in lunchboxes,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a pretty
you-
good feat.
yeah, oh,
absolutely.
It's a
yeah.
risk, but it's a good feat.
Might give your kids hysteria, but bar that,
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
good. Lise, What about you?
Hey.
Hey, you still got
Hey
your ham?
guys, welcome back.
Well, thanks, Lisa.
Lisa.
Have you got some ham in your fridge, have you,
Oh,
Lisa?
hey, of course, mate. I even had some last night. I had a bit of a gut ache, but I even had some for brekkie. So it's brekkie, lunch and tea, and I went and got some more because Mitchum Coles, they've still got it.
Oh, yeah. Hot tip from the ham queen,
Like, it's
Lisa.
the same
I
stop.
bloody love it. Except
Oh, you
I
can't
was
get
getting
enough.
a bit of a gut ache last
Yeah,
night. I
yeah.
think it might have contributed. But look, I'm fine this morning.
Yep.
So even brekkie this morning. So I love it.
Oh, gee
maybe
whiz.
my hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Well, look, as much as I, am obviously against eating meat, I will say if the supermarket is choosing to keep selling it instead of throwing it out, I do like that. That's good.
Yeah,
Me too.
you go, Lisa.
Yeah, go, Lise.
Eating
Gee whiz.
ham on the 18th of January.
Ooh, it's what we affectionately in the ham community call as the danger zone. It's danger week.
Hey, Lisa. When you run out of ham, right? When your next ham has all gone, you've got a bone left in your fridge. You call us back, and we'll buy you another ham. All right?
Oh, look, mate, it's all right. I already got one.
All
There.
right,
Ready to
all
go.
right. No worries. That's lovely.
That's very sweet. We would, for someone who loves ham so much, we thought you would have jumped at the chance for a third ham, but I suppose you got to wind down at some point.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
Chantel from Maribyrnong. Good morning. Is this your first time playing the 16 quiz?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Is this your first time playing?
Yes, it is.
Long time listener, first time caller?
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah, right. There you go. Well, you're doing great so far.
I always like playing a game. Can you tell us apart? So, who's speaking right now, Chantel?
Who is speaking?
Yeah, whose voice is this?
I'm not too sure.
Have a
Hang
guess. Have a guess.
on.
Do you even know what the show is called?
I don't think so.
Yes, Nova 100.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
station.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't even know the name of the
think
show.
Chantel is a Taylor Swift fan and calling in for the
You're
first
blind
Ben?
to
Can you?
Is it Ben?
It is Ben. Yeah, well done. You pulled that out. You pulled that out your clacker. Well done, Chantel.
I could tell you were just like, is it Tim or Joel or Fitz?
Is it
Easy, I
Phoebe?
wasn't sure who it was.
Bev. I don't know.
Who the hell is it? No, that was Ben speaking. It's Liam speaking now. How you
Okay.
doing, Chantel? Let's kick into it. Princess Kate Middleton is recovering in hospital after abdominal surgery. Can you name one of her 3 kids?
It is. Oh, she's got Charlotte.
She does have a Charlotte. Yes, yep. Arnold Schwarzenegger has been arrested in Germany. What's the Arnie movie where he plays a police officer undercover as a kinder teacher?
Oh, Kindergarten Cop.
That's the one. You're killing it. Ben Cousins has returned to Punt Road Oval yesterday, paying a visit to the Richmond Footy Club. Which other AFL team did Benny Cousins play for?
Won
Won a flag with them. Yeah, that's right. Prince Perth. 2 more questions here, Chantel. Happy birthday, Jason Segel. 44 today. He played Marshall Erickson in what sitcom?
Harrison. Oh,
I must admit, the name doesn't actually ring a bell, the character name. I remember he was in that
can you
show.
repeat the question?
Do you remember Jason Segel, forgetting Sarah Marshall and all that, but he was in like a TV show as well that went for like ages?
Was it Last Forever?
I have a hunch, Chantel, that you're a bit of a dirty Googler. I reckon.
I'm getting that vibe.
I'm
too.
getting that vibe, Chantel, that you're a dirty Googler. And that's okay.
Chantel, did you
That's
Google
okay.
Nova 100 quickly when we asked what
That's
show
the
it was
vibe
before?
I got. It's
Yeah.
just like, Ben.
No, I'm actually up because I'm going to the airport.
Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
weird. Because to me, it's weird that you didn't know the name of the show, and then out of nowhere, you pulled the name Ben. That to me
Chantel,
seems
you've done a
sus.
great
Do you know
job.
what,
Really,
Chantel?
really lovely.
So
And
I was just trying to think of the name of the host.
Okay.
You know what?
I do it in the morning, and I was
Okay.
like, oh.
It doesn't matter. You're still in the draw for Tay-Tay. We could be giving you a call back tomorrow. Kim and Langwarrin, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, Kim. Do you know what show you're listening to?
Yeah, Nova 100.
That's the station. But what show's on currently? Doing the breakfast show.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.
That's the one.
We got there.
Thanks, Kim. Had us sweating there. It's year 2 now. Year 1, it was funny. Year 2, you're like, oh. Do you know the show that Jason Segel was in? He played Marshall Erickson.
Oh, why did you have to give me this one? Terms of Endearment?
No. Well, thanks for trying, though, Kim. You know, it doesn't matter. Your voice is on air, so you're still in the draw. Natalia, do you know what show we're talking about, Jason Segel?
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother.
That's the one. Last question here. The Coachella lineup dropped yesterday, and how's this? No doubt are reuniting for it. Can you finish these lyrics?
Oh, God. I'm brain dead this morning.
No.
Everyone's a bit brain dead, it seems.
Nick, Wonga Park, can you finish the lyrics, my friend?
No, I don't even know what that's
Oh, Nick.
Oh, no.
It's not been a great morning for the 610 quiz.
No doubt.
It does mean we are putting lots of people in the draw to go see
Yeah.
Keith Swizzle.
Still a bit of a win. Julia, do you think you know?
I do.
All right.
Keep on dancing.
Great.
Very well done, Julia. Stay by your phone tomorrow. You could be heading along to Tay-Tay in our corporate box. You also get to pick the next song we play.
Now, I think it needs to be acknowledged that one song has gone on almost too long. I reckon we give
It's
it...
literally only day 4.
No, this was getting played last year as well.
Tattoo?
Yeah,
No, it
pretty
wasn't.
sure.
No, it
Pretty
wasn't.
sure,
No,
yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Well, people on the socials have been calling for me to kill this one.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm going to give
I
it...
saw that.
I'll give it until tomorrow.
That's fair.
All
That's
right,
fair.
so Belle, what's the
Julia,
song?
Please pick Tattoo.
Bit of a boring song if you ask me. I am putting up Alien Ant Farm, Julia.
A great original song from them. Have you heard the Michael Jackson cover of that one, Julia?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to pick? What do you want to hear?
I'm going to go Alien Ant Farm because I need some
Yeah.
Unreal. Sounds like the Tattoo Twins are getting chopped tomorrow. Belle, we are about to get another reading from your diary. You found it. It's voice activated, so of course you will need to put in the password before you open things up.
Yes, block your ears. Block your ears.
Okay, yep.
There you go. Cool princess.
Password accepted. Welcome back.
Very cool. Can we unblock the ears?
Yes, you can.
Yep,
Yeah.
excellent,
It's
excellent.
actually incredible. So I'm 29 years old. If you're a girl around about my age, you may have had the same diary. It's the password, obviously, voice password 1. I have had so many people online, like on Insta messaging, being like, I had the same one. I have to find it.
Could you give me the diary quickly,
yeah.
Belle? I just want to see how high tech it is for
Hang on.
2003. Because
go.
I know the password.
So you're going to hold the button down?
I didn't block my ears, if I'm being entirely honest.
Well, it's actually written on the front cover.
Yeah, very weak security there. So I just hold it down.
Yeah, and it will
and
say your password, please.
Okay, and I just try and do
Yeah,
your voice.
Your password, please.
Cool princess.
Please begin again.
Okay.
Repeat your password.
Cool princess.
Password accepted.
Oh,
He got in! He got in!
I'm known for my flawless impressions. If the FBI ever needs someone.
He got in!
I myself failed once this morning trying to get in. That is so annoying. Oh, wow.
Well, now I can access all of Belle's deep dark secrets. But no, you've been a little vulnerable this week. You've been incredibly open, and you've shared and I know it would be painful.
Yeah.
You've been sharing some of these entries.
Yeah, look, I have read through it all in the last 48 hours, and gosh, it's very therapeutic. I will say that it ranges from 2004 to 2008, so year 4 to year 8 for me. There is a full little mini tour of the diary as well, and all its features on the on our Ben Lehman Bell Insta.
Yeah, give us a read.
So I've got let's go 2008 this morning. This is me in year 8. We'll go March 30. Hey diary. Wow. Last time I wrote in this was halfway through last year. Well, I'm in year 8 now. It's good. Have I told you about the radio show Hamish and Andy? It's so funny. I didn't even know about them last time I wrote in here. I'm so obsessed. Well, nothing else great has been happening. Oh, wait, there is more news. Jeez. I was supposed to be getting my ears pierced for Christmas, but now Mum says I have to wait until winter so I don't go swimming and get them infected. So annoying. I'm so angry. It means that Sam will have hers pierced before me. No guy updates. It sucks going to an all-girls school. It's so boring. Anyway, gotta go. Bye. Gotta go spelt G2G.
Oh,
as
wow.
MSN.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And that would have really got under your skin that Sam got her ears pierced before you, for
I
sure.
do remember that because I remember we were talking about it. She was my best friend, and I remember talking about that with her. And then I was supposed to get them, for Christmas. And then Mum turned around, and because she's a nurse, she was like, "Oh, no, because you're gonna go away, you're gonna go to the beach, you're gonna go to the pool. I don't want it getting infected. Just wait till winter, and we can get them then." And I was so mad.
Also, been well documented on this show that, Belle, you were obsessed with Hamish and Andy. This was exciting because that was kind of like we almost saw the origins
That
of the
was the
obsession.
start.
Yeah.
Is there any entries from around 2012 when you started obsessing over the Ben and Liam radio show? 'Cause I would be really interested to hear some of
funny.
those.
No, but I do have October 2008.
Okay.
This is the day that I learned about global warming. Also a pivotal point in my life.
That scares kids, you know?
October 17, 2008, titled Global Warming. In capitals. I'm so confused. Today in science, we learned about global warming, in quotation marks. We did a quiz, and I got 14, which was great. And I thought I was doing good for the Earth. But now Tommy, my older brother, is talking shit about global warming once I got home. And he's saying it's global cooling and we shouldn't do anything about it and it will all be
He's a
fine.
denier. Is he Donald Trump, your
Honestly,
brother?
I've never seen him recycle, so that makes
He's
sense.
a politician.
And then the next line is, I am so going to save the effing Earth. I'm still true to it.
You're still trying.
Next paragraph. Oh my God, huge news, actually. Change of pace. Mum's talking about making me change schools. She wants me to go to MLC. I don't even know where MLC is. But if I do go, it means I get to wear T-bars and I get to have a shoulder bag. Very cool.
What are T-bars? I don't even know what they are.
T-bars are, so the school shoes, we had to have black lace-ups at the school that I went to then for years 7 and 8. And then at MLC, we got to wear the ones with the buckles. You know, those black shoes and they got the holes in the buckles instead.
Right, yeah.
So not lace-ups.
No, yeah, we don't know. I mean, Ben wore Dunlop volleys to school, and I normally had the Andrew Gaze.
T-bars were so cool. And yeah, the school that I was going to at the time you had to have lace-ups,
Yeah,
which were
wow.
lame. So when you went down to, when you went into the city or wherever, or the shops after school, and all the other girls from other schools were wearing T-bars, and I'm there with my lace-ups like a loser. And plot twist, actually, this isn't documented. When I went to MLC, Mum still didn't let me wear T-bars. I had to wear lace-ups.
That's brutal.
So I didn't even get it in the
Mum
end.
really ruled the roost.
Yes,
No
she did.
piercings, no
Well, she
T-bars.
said it was bad for your feet, so that sucked.
Your mum is such a mum.
If I go to MLC, it also means I'd have to get the train to school, which would mean which would mean getting it with Trinity and Xavier boys. It could be really good to
say
meet
getting it?
guys. What?
What'd you say?
Getting the train with Xavier and
getting
Trinity
the
boys.
train with
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
As in,
I misheard what you said.
I said getting the train, which means getting it with Trinity and Xavier boys.
Yep.
That could be really good to meet guys then and lead to getting my first boyfriend. That means I'd have a boyfriend before Sam. Again, competition. Also, my 14th birthday is coming up soon. I'm going to be so old. What should I do for it? Speak soon. Bye.
Yeah, well, good luck talking to any of the Xavier or Trinity boys without T-bars, you big loser. They're not going to want to speak to chick in lace-ups. I wouldn't have thought so.
I wonder, my first boyfriend in year 12. Took me some time. I'm in year 8 going, I'm going to get one soon. Nah, didn't happen.
I just love that your brother was trying to.
Yeah, he was ahead of the times. He's like, nah, I don't believe it.
like Will Colding, whatever he called it.
I reckon it's getting cooler around here, actually, if anything. Ben, you're a bit of a cricket head. You don't mind your Big Bash?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say. I'd say it's probably taboo to say that I'm a cricket head if I just watch the Big Bash.
Yeah.
I've used because I love all sport, but I must admit I've never been like a massive cricket head growing up. But I've used the Big Bash kind of as a gateway into the cricket world, and now if the Test cricket is on, I can watch it and I can appreciate it.
And there's obviously some iconic commentators, like Richie Benaud, the Skull, Kerry O'Keefe. Like it's sort of
skullduggery.
Skullduggery. There's like that's one of the great things about the cricket. Like there's definitely big personalities, and I suppose if you're watching it for like 40 hours for a test, so you sort of get pretty used to the voices.
The other day they had Jackson Warne on doing some commentating.
Oh right, that's kind of cool.
That's cute.
Well, hopefully none of those guys make the same mistake that was made in this Class A cricket match between Scarborough and Rockingham and Dura District. So this is over in WA, and this was all broadcast. And the commentator, he's got a bit of a British accent, but it's all going along. He's just commentating the game, and then for whatever reason, maybe he was, I don't know, sort of swayed by drugs or something, but he made a wild claim without a hint of sarcasm.
I'd just like to see some more aggressive tactics from the fielding side here. My mouth is very dry because I've had a line of cocaine.
That actually happened.
Righto.
That actually happened.
I've had a line. It's the way he says it.
Doesn't even sound at all
It's like
he's joking.
I've had a line.
I just don't know what happened. Like I'm like, what?
Well,
like
I know
was
what
like, does
happened.
he think? Yeah, we probably had a line of cocaine. I suppose he told us. He told us what happened. But like, I was like, did he think he was off air? And it's like, no, because it's not a conversation like he's having with someone.
No,
it's just in the middle of his.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks no one's watching.
Maybe it's. I honestly think he's testing how many people are watching the Class A match between Scarborough and Rockingham and Dura District. He's like, I'll prove it. No one watches this thing. I'm just going to say I've just done a big line of cocaine. No one's going to know about it. But no, there were a few people watching. There were a few complaints, and it's certainly doing the rounds now.
Absolute Bop Town, population Jack Harlow and us. Yeah, that didn't sound very cool, did it? I said I am a dad technically. I have got a
Technically,
I've got a
yeah,
5-month-old
are.
son, so I guess now I can be a bit daggy. That was Jack Harlow, Lovin' on Me, a great song on Nova. You are here with Ben.
Newborn son. I have devoted my life to my art, my little songs. I've promised this year, Liam's big year of little songs, going to do a little song every single morning.
Yep.
It was going red hot for the first 2 mornings. Then Belle was a little neg, and then see, there you go. There's a negativity again.
Mm-hmm.
So I hung up the hat yesterday. It was very sad. There's a lot of people texting through saying, Liam, no, don't give up yet. And then Ben, you inspired me. You said, hey, man, don't give up yet. So guess what, Belle? I've returned to stick it to ya.
Trying my best to sing a little song, I won't let it go for too long. Try to believe that I can succeed even when Belle is mean. Haters are gonna hate, but try and you'll succeed. Never doubt your little songs, and you can have your dreams. It's back, it's back. Liam's little songs, the segment's back. It's back, it's back. No thanks to Belle, got my confidence back. It's back, it's back. Hope you enjoyed my brand new track.
It's only a little, that's it. But I think
Really good.
great message to kids and stuff. Like if someone's bullying you or saying, hey, your work's not good, just keep going, keep trying.
It's
just
still
something.
not, but it's not about anything still.
Oh,
You're
he's
still
sticking it
just doing
to you,
songs
Belle.
about the songs. Just make it about something else.
Just a small thing from me with the little song.
Yep.
So I believe day one we set the rule that it was going to be 30 seconds or less.
What was that one running at?
That was running at, I believe, if you don't count the last 2 seconds of like fade out,
Yep.
I think it was 34 seconds. So you have gone over.
Bit of a head
But
full of steam.
What I'd
Yep.
also say is I don't mind it because I do enjoy the little songs. Maybe
you.
it should be Liam's big year of slightly longer little songs.
Yeah, it's,
And
it's
then
wordy,
for me,
but I'm like,
it's wordy, but then
Yeah.
like max like 36 seconds.
Sweet. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I can promise you
swear,
35.7 tomorrow.
if you make a song tomorrow about the song being 36 seconds, I'm honestly
It's
I'm
Liam's
out.
big year of slightly longer little songs.
About songs. Ben, Belle, grab your keys. Let's turn them at the same time and open up the forbidden folder.
It is the first forbidden folder for 2024.
So we keep a lot of the taboo ideas, and we've not done this one before. Prison Break, not the TV show, but
Great TV show.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
I loved it.
Oh.
I watched the first couple of seasons.
Yeah, the 4th season isn't very good. The 1, 2, and 3 are all good.
What's that guy's name? T-Bone.
Teabag.
Teabag. Yeah, that's the one.
What?
Teabag. And he
Yeah.
puts his pocket out and he gets the guys
That's
to hold
not
his
very
pocket. Yeah.
threatening name.
He's
Oh,
very
no,
threatening.
it's
He's
Teabag.
scary.
If you watch it anyway.
It's chamomile.
Well, look, we are joined now by someone who's done exactly that. Danny Shannon is a reformed drug addict and a prison escapee. Danny, how did you do it?
How did I escape from prison or how did I get off the drugs? Because they're both equally as hard to do, I guess.
Yeah.
On the 6th of February 2001, it was my partner's birthday. She actually also had a big bundle of my cash on the outside, and I'd spent around about 18 months in that same prison, and I'd spotted this weakness in the security of the fence that was just itching at me to sort of give it a try and a nudge to get out. As I said, my partner had a big bundle of my money, and it was that day I give her a phone call and I said, listen, Michelle, if I could come home tonight, would that be okay? It's like I wanted her permission, and I'm sure she just rolled her eyes. I was part of this like religious program that was held in the visiting areas. I used to attend that event because I used to have really good coffee and biscuits. That's why I went. At the end, everyone's in there holding hands, saying a prayer or something, and I've ducked out the back and shimmied my way up this 24-foot fence. And because at the top of these fences, right, there's a big 4-foot barrel that leans over, so it makes it impossible to get over it. But this spot of the jail, there was 2 barrels met each other, so one had to lean the other way. I'm still in the middle of the jail, but I've still got about 75 metres to get along that fence to get to the perimeter. And as I was making my way, I got spotted by an officer.
Yeah.
He was straight on the radio to the squad, which is the outside jail unit, and the police, and I had to run and skip my way through razor wire, cutting my leg to pieces, and launched off the top of this fence. I had to jump. I ended up a black arm from my shoulder to my wrist, running down Holker Street towards Parramatta River, where at the top of the street, the dog squad, the cops, the MEU were chasing me. I managed to jump a couple of fences at the bottom of that street and dived into Parramatta River, shark-infested river, bleeding, pitch dark. It's about 100 metres to get to the other side. By this time, water police had been deployed, Air's up in the air, and police helicopters, and I made it to the other side of the river where I was in mud up to my neck, and they couldn't see me, mate. Water police were just there, and they were unable to see me because I was in mud.
How long were you on the run after that?
It's such a romantic story, right? Because I left with the missus, and I got caught on Valentine's Day, so the 6th of February, and I got thrown into the Perth Watch House on Valentine's Day, and I always talk about how romantic that was, you know, me and my partner. She got done for harbouring, so she was locked up too, bless her. That night, after I arrived home to her place, I picked her up. My mum's house, my dad's house, her house was all simultaneously raided by the coppers, and I got away. I made it to Perth, mate.
And so what's the plan after that? Are you trying to get out of the country, or you know that's not possible? Like, you're obviously not intending on getting back to prison anytime soon if you've just gone to those lengths to escape.
My plan was everything is going to be okay. The next day I had my mum and my dad in a hotel room with me in Liverpool, right? I said, it's going to be okay. We're going to go to Perth. It's going to be all right, you know? And just delusional, bro. Like, I really just wanted to use drugs, you know?
Yeah. And so I guess you then go back into prison. How long are you back in prison for? And then how'd you get off the drugs, Danny?
Yeah, look, I spent the next 4 or 5 years back in prison. But in 2009, after around 49 attempts at getting clean and sober, jails, institutions, this is the turning point. This is the day my life changed forever. I was standing at Town Hall Station. To my right was King's Cross. That's where I was going to buy some heroin and some cocaine. I knew what would happen. I'd end up back in prison, back in rehab, dead, but I didn't know what would happen if I didn't, And across the road was a bus that took me back to rehab that day. And for the very first time that day, I made a different decision that day. I did not get on, and one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. Ever since, I've continued to move forward. I work my ass off. I'm not saying it's been easy, but it's definitely been worth it. And today I'm blessed to be 14 years, 4 months, and 2 days since I've had a drink or a drug.
Danny,
wow, not
that's
even a
incredible.
drink. That's
I tell you what.
amazing. So, Danny,
Thank you.
where are you at
Yeah.
now? What is your day-to-day life now?
Today I spend my days just helping people. I run groups, online groups. I do one-on-one work, and I'm also the founder of Encapsulator, which is my video journal mobile app where you record video messages to your future self. We provide this safe place for you to express yourself without fear of judgment. And the idea is when you verbalize your goals out loud, you make yourself accountable and motivated to achieve those goals too. We've also got the Sober Squad. So there's a page and a community group with over 50,000 members, which are just engaging regularly all day, supporting one another, sharing their own drug and alcohol transformation journeys.
Danny, what an incredible story, mate. I mean, I feel like with you, it's like you come for the prison break, you stay for you turning your life around. Like the two incredible stories. Danny Shannon is where you can check him out on socials. Appreciate all your time this morning, mate.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Did you see Djokovic getting a bit stirred up? He beat Aussie Lexi Popperin, but the Australian crowd were getting stuck into him a little bit. I think last year there was a bit of a blowout as well when he wanted that fan to be kicked out, but maybe the guy saw that last time. Who knows? Maybe it's the same guy.
You can't technically hear what he's saying because the commentators are talking over it, and it's hard. It's not very audible, but if you're good at lip reading, he's definitely throwing out some expletives.
I think it's shut the F up.
Yes.
They sort of like muted it. But he's very clearly shouting
And he
that.
says, like, come and say it to my face. Like,
yeah.
Because I don't think it's necessarily the entire crowd. It's specifically
it's like this one
heckler.
person. Yeah. And you're not like, it's so quiet in there that you're not allowed to sort of speak to the players.
This is the Joker talking about the heckler post-match.
And at one point I had enough and I asked him whether he wants to come down and tell it to my face, When you confront somebody, unfortunately for him, he didn't have the courage to come down.
Could you imagine if security let him come down
Well, you're gonna have a
and
punch him?
they
Like, what?
juked it out on the court?
Yeah. Obviously that guy's a bit of a dickhead, but he did make the right choice not to come down. It wasn't because he didn't have the heart of a lion. He's like, okay, I'm gonna fight the best tennis player in the world in front of the world. You might want to head down to the beach, maybe to Portsea, maybe in one of your beach boxes. They're not cheap.
Yeah, if you had a spare $500,000, you could buy a beach box in Portsea.
$500,000.
$500,000.
In the news this morning, there's been one that's just been bought for $500,000, a beach box in Portsea. It was sold by the Owies family.
Oh, yeah. No, I went to school. With them.
Yeah, so you would know the name Matthew Owies.
Yeah, Matt Owies. Yeah.
Carlton player.
Yeah.
Their family has just sold their beach box for $500,000.
So was there beach box near your family's beach box, Belle? Or?
Ha ha ha. We don't have a beach box. No, his mum was my PE teacher.
You got a beach house. Oh, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
and so I'm just reading the article now. So the family, the Owies family, have owned. So his grandparents were actually the ones that sold it. They've owned the beach box for 56 years.
Oh, okay. Well, then they got it cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's not.
yeah.
They're not rolling in it.
It's a nice beach box. It's like kind of like a pink, purple, red. It's very.
I don't get the
really
beach
pops.
box thing. Like, I get why you might want to hire one if it's a really nice day, but even then, I mean, those pop-up tents do the job if you need some shade.
Oh yeah.
And also, like, how long do you want to be at the beach at? Like, it'd surely be hot in the shed.
Do
You're
they
not hanging out in there.
Do they just use them for storing
I think so.
surfboards and deck chairs?
I think there's a law where you can't legally live in it.
So
Because really, you
who's
could buy.
spending-
So in the ad for the beach box, it says the beach box spans 18 square meters on the inside and includes a 4 square meter deck. More than enough room to store some surfboards and a couch
So you just store stuff.
for $500,000.
$500,000 to put a surfboard in there. Wow.
I've never met anybody that has actually owned a beach box, or like someone that's had one in the family, or even someone that's been in one. They're quite elusive.
It's almost like a status thing, isn't it?
It is.
13, 24, 10 if you've got a beach box or if you've been in one.
If you've stepped foot in a
You
Yeah.
stepped foot in a beach box. What was it like? Are you allowed to have do people have TVs in their beach box ever?
Is there power? I've heard that they're not allowed to have power.
Yeah, because then you can live in it. So yeah, it's the thing where I think apparently
So
you
what?
can't live in it.
So who
But
in
are
their right
police,
mind?
police kicking indoors, like checking for PowerPoints?
I don't know.
It just doesn't seem like I just don't get I don't understand it.
Well, let's find out. 13, 24, 10. Do you own a beach box, or have you been into a beach box? We would love for you to give us a buzz.
Laura in Elwood, do you have one?
Hello, I don't have one, but my family did when I was growing up. So when I was about 10 years old.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been
Yeah.
in one then. Which beach was it on?
Mount Martha Beach.
Okay.
Nice. So if you were a kid and you don't have it anymore, do you know how much they sold it for back then?
That's a really good question. I believe it was quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like maybe not as much as the one you
Yeah,
were
I mean,
talking
Was it
about.
good though, Laura? Like, do you have fond memories of the beach box, or what did you do with it?
No. So we stored things in there, but it was full of spiders. So I was always...
I mean, you would assume, like, 'cause you know how some people, like some rich people have like holiday houses. It's like, we're
Yeah.
going down to the shack. Like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, I suppose it's just like you go and relax there. But I'm like, you don't go, kids, like, get ready. We're going to the beach box today.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically, it's just like, it's like a garden shed, but just not where you live.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a glorified cupboard.
Yeah, and so it's not like you know, there's all these great memories of you hanging out in the beach box. It was just basically you trying to avoid the spiders the whole time, Laura.
Exactly, yeah. And there was a big drop down when you go in to open it up as well from the back. And my auntie was always like, watch out, watch out. So,
Death trap.
Death trap, yeah. Spiders and high falls.
Yeah. Melissa joins us now in Ascot Vale. What about you? Do you have a beach box?
I do. My husband has got one with one of his friends.
Okay,
so they went shared.
Joint.
Yeah, okay, joint
And
beach
so
box.
do they actually use it?
Yeah, we have been the whole summer. So we've got it set up with all our canoes and water boards and chairs. It's got a barbecue in it.
Whoa.
It's got a little change room.
Ah.
So you can eat without sand. Have all your drinks inside, and it's concrete, so it actually stays really cool. So when it's hot, you can head in there and get a bit of relief from the sun.
And so you think it's sort of worth the money? Like, is it? Do you mind us asking, like, like ballpark, sort of how much it was?
I think under the 400.
Oh my god!
Yeah, okay. But so with the joint ownership, do they have like a roster of who gets to use it, or do they just use it at the same time? How does that work?
No, we've all got kids, so we all just go down. The kids bring their friends down. It's sort of an open communal little spot where everyone can hang out. You know, everyone's sort of in the one spot. And it's a meeting
Melissa, that sounds better than the first beach box.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's just. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's concrete. It's
Like,
basically
I don't
a mini
wanna,
house.
I don't want to like pry and ask too many money questions, but I mean, that. Are you getting like a home loan for that? Like, or is that?
I'll leave that up to the men to work out.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're like, what do you reckon? Is this good? And be like, interest rates are up.
I mean, let's be honest. It feels like you've got to have a bit of money in the bank to get yourself a beach box.
But it's like anything. If you're basically investing, you're hoping that you'll sell it in a few years for more. Isabel, now you are calling from Brighton.
Oh, so these are like the iconic
Here we go.
beach boxes. Tell us.
So I'm not from Brighton, but my family has a beach box that's in Brighton.
Yeah.
My grandma bought it like years and years ago. She actually bought two, one for each of her children.
Yeah.
So one has been sold. We've still got one of them.
Yeah.
But there's lots of rules around them, like even like the painting, the colours that you have to put on the beach box, the upkeep of them. You're not allowed to stay in them. You're not allowed to like have an open flame on the inside.
Whoa.
They do have like the police come if like New Year's, and they have like kind of like the beach box security as well. Like over like Christmas and stuff. Like they'll literally walk down to make sure that people aren't sleeping in them. You're not allowed to rent them out or hire them out to
Because
people.
we were joking about that, them doing like inspections, but you're saying that's true. They do inspections to make sure people aren't sleeping in there.
Yeah, so we use them for like New Year's. We would do like Boxing Day down there, Christmas Day sometimes when we were younger.
Yeah.
And yeah, at night, especially because you're not allowed to sleep in them,
Yeah.
you would have like the police or there's like, the security would walk down to make sure that one, people aren't breaking in, but two, people aren't actually living in them.
So do you have power in there, Isabel?
No. So the ones in Brighton don't have power. They're literally just a shed on the beach.
Wow.
And
it just the price just doesn't seem to justify the shed on the beach.
Well, Isabel, we appreciate you coming on. Did you hear in Ash's traffic report? Ash, are you there, Ash? Can you?
I sure am.
Did I hear that correctly? Is there a cow on the loose in Pakenham?
Yeah. So that's on the Princes Highway, just near Hillsville, Cooey Rupp Road. So I guess the question remains, why did the cow cross the road?
Well, I would love to know if anyone's driving and they've seen the cow. 13-24-10.
I know the road you're talking about, Ash. I was only just driving down that road the other week, and yeah, there's it's like semi built up, but you've also got all your farm land and paddocks there still. So it makes sense that there is a cow on the road. But please drive carefully and don't get close to it.
You were a dairy farmer for many a year. What are you supposed to do if you approach a cow in the wild? Is there a way to calm them?
Not necessarily calm them. I was curious what type of cow it was. Do we know? Are there any reports on the type of cow?
I don't have any detail on the type of cow. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
What are the black
bad
cows?
journalism on my part.
Yeah, so if you get a black and white cow, that's like going to be like a Holstein Friesian.
A Devondale cow.
If you get like a brown cow, that could be a Jersey cow. They're a little bit more skittish.
What are the black ones? Because they're everywhere.
That's a Holstein Friesian.
Right.
As in the black and white one, the dairy cow.
No, just the black.
That could be. There's
black
lots of different breeds of cow.
Could be beef cattle out that way, though.
It could be an Angus. That's what I'm saying. It could be an Angus.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking out there.
Then someone needs to save it.
If anyone's got eyes on the cow, 13-24-10.
Sorry, if it's an Angus cow, what are they saving it for, Bill?
To take it and give it a good life so it doesn't
die.
I
get you. Sorry, I thought you meant return it to the farm. He's like, no, don't take me back here. I just got out. Down timing. It's the new hot thing. Have you heard about it, Ben?
No.
Belle, down timing?
Just having downtime?
Yeah. I've seen the movie Downsizing with Matt Damon.
Different thing. I saw this on TikTok last night. Have a listen to this, Dad.
I'm not too sure if you can see that car in the background. There's somebody sitting in it, it's a young person. And I explained to my son, I said, look, there's someone outside. So yeah, they're just probably downtiming. Apparently, young people now will get to their home. Before they go into the house, they defrost in the car.
Downtime or defrost? I like the term defrost.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, no, I do that. Yeah. When I get home from work, I just defrost in the car there for a few minutes. You might just be like, oh, yeah, just like quickly send some texts or just have a minute before you go inside. It's not like I've got like, 3 kids running around crazy either. It's just like literally I'm just getting home to my dog most of the time. But sometimes you just like, it's just a little bit of me time, a little bit of time to just process the day that's been.
A little bit. I've done it for up to like half an hour. I always do it. I sit in my car for ages, but I used to pull into the driveway and then sit on my phone and do whatever and sit there for a bit. It's like nice and quiet. You got your own space. But now I park like underground in a car park where I live, so I don't have any phone reception. So it's been really good because I can't actually do anything on my phone, which has cut my downtime down to like 2 minutes.
Well, in my house, we've got security cameras installed like at the front, at the back, and then there's one in the carport. So when you pull in, my wife Sam will get a notification. And so as soon as I pull in, if I start going on my phone, I'll go like, ping, what are you doing?
Oh, wow. You've got no privacy.
You can't
That's
defrost.
awful.
Come on in.
That's awful.
Come on in.
Well, she's going
There's
like,
a crying baby here waiting
she's
for
going,
you.
there's a crying baby. You're sitting in your car. Come on inside, hon.
Playing Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you defrosting then?
If I'm going to defrost, it's the toilet.
Very smart.
Because I need to go to the toilet.
No cameras in the toilet.
Yep.
You found the ones. I set up.
Yeah, toilet is definitely where I defrost.
No, which is a bit of a classic. 13-24-10. Where are you defrosting? Maybe you're just hearing this term for the first time. You're like, oh no, yeah, I actually do that. Maybe it's just like, you are in a similar situation to Ben, and you can't get to the driveway without the kids or your other half or whatever sort of pestering. So maybe you're you've got a little quiet spot where you might pull over on the road just for 15 or 20. I don't know.
It's where you go to get away from the noise of the world.
Just for a
It's
minute.
your little cocoon. Where do you go in your house? Maybe it's outside of your house. Where do you go to just get away
I feel
from
like
it
in
all?
movies, they're always like, oh, I go to this park bench. Or like, I go to Skip Rocks or I feed these koi fish. I'm like, most of the time, it's just people sending texts in their car somewhere.
Yes.
Natalie in Berwick, where are you defrosting?
I'm guilty of defrosting in the car. Sometimes up to an hour.
And, okay, that's a hell of a defrost.
And so what are you doing whilst you defrost in the car for an hour?
It normally starts as like I'll just reply to a couple of messages or something, and then it escalates. I open like TikTok or Instagram, and then before you know it, it's an hour.
Yeah.
Nat, are you a mum? Do you have a busy house that you're going into?
No, but I have a busy job, so I think it's a good unwind sometimes after work.
Yeah.
Just before, because, even like if you live alone, you're still getting home, maybe having to pay some bills or clean up or make dinner or just like do the next thing. It's just kind of like, it's a bit of stolen time. Naomi in Sunbury, where are you defrosting?
I'm defrosting in my car, but what I do is I drive into the garage, close the door, and then I'm just sitting there in complete darkness.
I like that.
Like no phone or anything, just sitting.
No, complete darkness.
So some people do like those flotation tank things where it's all dark. That's where they're like, I've goal set for the year. Are you finding like a lot of good thoughts are coming to you when you're in that dark space?
Oh, it's just a really good opportunity to gather your thoughts and like reset before I go inside to my crazy teenage kids.
Also is a very, very common scene in horror films where it's dark in the garage and you're in your car and then someone's in the back seat.
Naomi, do the kids not know that you're doing that? Because surely if they find out you're doing that, they'll come into the garage.
Oh, see, they open the door and they go looking.
Yeah.
And because it's complete darkness, like I'm not on my phone or anything, they actually can't see me.
That's awesome. I like if they catch on, you have to start getting into your boot for a bit. You're just like, Mum's just going to have a minute in here just before I have to go in and tackle that.
Naomi, thank you very much. Liz in Hamilton, good morning. Where are you defrosting?
I defrost in my garden shed. I've got a little nook at the back where there's a chair, and I've made it really comfy over the years because I'm still at school and it's so busy there, and then I get home and I've got two brothers who are crazy as well. Yeah. So I have to like kind of get away and have my own little place there.
That's a nice one. Are you listening to like tunes or just with your own thoughts or just on your phone or?
I'm normally just on my own phone.
Yeah.
Like on TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah. Nothing like a bit of like TikTok in the garden shed.
Just to fry your brain for a little bit. Yeah. No, I did the exact same thing, Liz. Shannon in Morty Alec, tell us where are you defrosting?
I defrost under my desk at work.
Oh, really?
Wow.
How?
Yeah, I have a little pillow that I take under there and I just have a break on my lunch.
You've even got a pillow.
Wow. And how are your colleagues feeling about that?
They don't know I'm there. That's the whole point of it.
Wow.
But how are you hidden? Is it like, how hidden is
so
it?
it's an open plan office, but at the back of our desks we have like a board that separates each of us.
Yep.
If I walk to my car to have a nap, I have to then talk to everyone on my way through.
So Shannon, I like to imagine though, because if it's an open plan, like people can kind of see, do you pretend like there's an invisible staircase and you're going down to the basement?
It's the lift, invisible lift, just slowly going down.
Oh, I mean, you're taking defrosting to the next level.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.